Yep. There's another beautiful day in the Florida. Yeah. On my way to the slave ship. Okay, let's see. I don't even know why people park like that. But oh well. They got all that space to park too. Come on. They got all that fucking space to park. And they fucking choose to jam me up. Current news, right? Come on. Going to court today, Ivanka Trump. We're gonna see how that goes. The business over appraised properties and stuff like that. So we're gonna see how that goes. We heard there's a bunch of temper tantrums being thrown and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not in there. I wish they would air these things live. I wish that all court cases, no matter federal or state, that no matter what, they're live. That way, it makes it harder for people to spread out disinformation, because it looks like that's the go-to these days, is to spread lies and put doubt in people's minds and play, And then we got Gaza. That shit's still going on. Israel is putting foot, elbows, and toes and ass up over there in Palestine. And the IDF, which was the Israeli Defense Forces, that has a strong presence on social media, they're tweeting every day, every hour, on the hour, keeping people informed, making sure that their narrative is being spread. Martin King Boxing, what's happening? Top of the morning to you. And it's such a shame how people can't see it no way other but themselves. You see what I'm saying? But for themselves. And I say that to say this, because some dude is going to tell me that, oh, Palestinians hate Jews and this, that, and the third. I was like, first of all, I don't think all Palestinians hate Jews. But you mean to tell me that Harriet Tubman would like all white folks? I mean, like, come on, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real. Power, natural gas, and petrol is not even in. Palestine has no control on it. Yeah, they got the they got power companies, but those are generators. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole of Palestine, name me one power company. Huh? Nobody can name one. Nobody can name one. So, the first thing people want to hear is, if there's any debate with somebody who's Palestinian or somebody who's Israeli, the first thing, I'm gonna get to your comment real quick. Give me a second. The first thing real smoky somebody will say is, do you denounce Hamas? It's like, you shouldn't even need to ask, do you denounce Hamas, or would you denounce Hamas? Right? You shouldn't even need to ask it, because the simple fact is, ain't nobody out here doing debates, right? Showing up on live TV, advocating for Hamas. Nobody is. Nobody is out there advocating for Hamas that have done these interviews on national TV that are writing for their people of Palestine. Makes no sense. Modern King Boxing said, I cannot say I know their culture. So leave it alone. We different. That's what transpiring over there. That's a big ass fast boat too. No, that's not what I'm saying. Knowing their culture. What I'm saying is the ability to differentiate between right and wrong. You don't need to know somebody's culture to be able to differentiate between right and wrong. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to be an occupier, right? You don't want Palestine to join the UN, right? You don't want them to get their own power, right? You don't want to you don't want to let them get nothing. You don't want to let them get nothing. You know? Iran gave Hamas weapons, and as soon as they handed it over to the Palestinian people, Hamas took over. They don't talk about how Hamas did the other so-called terrorist organization that was fucking up Israel. They don't tell you how Israel favored Hamas during that time. They don't tell you that Palestine never gave up. Israel never gave Palestine to the Palestine people. If that's the case, you wouldn't be seeing, and you won't be hearing about all the Palestinian people being locked up over the years. For years. For pretty much a lot of them for nothing. Right? You wouldn't be hearing all these different international all these other different international committees telling the whole world that is for years that Israel is committing crimes against humanity. You know, it's always, well, this is what's happening. The Palestinian people was doing this to the Israelis and doing that and doing that. Nobody says what was the how did this all come to play. Nobody talks about how did we get here. You see what I'm saying? How did we get here? If multiple international crime organizations, right, including the UN, is telling everybody that Israel is committing crimes against the Palestinian people, and nobody does nothing. And nobody does nothing. I don't condone what Hamas did, but I'm just saying, what do we expect was going to happen when nobody steps in and intervenes and tell these motherfuckers to cut it out? But instead, what we do is we give billions of dollars to Israel for their Iron Dome, for their security, right? Just for them to turn around and say, "Oh, we glad 9/11 happened." Yeah, that's what the president said. Yeah. Minor Kickboxer says, I was saying I leave alone. Wasn't saying you should do. I respect your opinion. No, I know what you were saying. I know what you were saying. I was just saying it's like, it's not knowing their culture has nothing to do with seeing what is right and differentiate between right and wrong. That has nothing to do with that. You know, if people choose to stay out of it and stuff like that, that's their business. And you know, but as far as I'm concerned, okay, buddy, what's going on? Oh, they cutting the grass. They're getting ready to cut the grass. But as far as I'm concerned, motherfuckers is fucking up, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Minor King Boxing, besides the oil in Israel right? A lot of people in Israel have like 2 or 3 passports. 2 or 3 passports. Whether or not it's here, Canada, France, UK, Spain, whatever. They have multiple places to go. Right? So a lot of money that Israel has, right? Well, sorry. There's a lot of money brought into Israel from other countries because people got like 2, 3 passports, right? Not only that, their economy is in the plus side. They don't have a negative debt ceiling. They don't have a negative debt ceiling. They're in the billions. You know what I'm saying? Lala D, what's happening? They're in the positive. You know, and the reason why we giving them stuff is because they're, you know, as far as what they say is that they're an ally, they're a friend. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what does the American people want, right? And now I'm hitting to one of the things I want to hit on. See, Mossad is the Israelis CIA, right? Intelligence agency, right? Right? These cats, right? So now think about this. A war is going on in Israel, right? Right? And people are leaving countries that they live in, Jewish people, to go fight in that war, right? Chinese nationals, when they come up over here, what do? What a lot of them get caught doing? Beginning of this year, what do they get caught doing? Selling secrets. And what do you think they was doing? Sending all the money back home, buying up shit, sending all the money back home, selling secrets, going to this college, buying shit that they not supposed to be buying, proprietary fucking information, and guess what they do? Selling secrets. You know what I'm saying? And now look at it. Now look at nobody. You don't hear about nobody else from all these other countries. You only hear about the Russians. You only hear about Chinese motherfuckers coming up over here and doing espionage, being agents of a foreign government, working without letting people know. Yeah. So nobody stops still. Whether or not it's the music industry, whether or not it's the food industry, whether or not it's the energy industry, whether or not it's the aerospace industry, whether or not it's the government, people who these big companies, organizations, the organizations who fuel people's political parties, or members, you name it, whatever. Nobody questions them. Nobody questions them. You see what I'm saying? Nobody questions their foreign allegiance to another country. But all the immigrant problems we got over here, people saying, oh, well, if you're not down with over here, you need to bounce. Right? But you got people with 2 or 3 passports that send all their money, motherfuckers, home to Israel, and think about it. If that's not sticking together and being what the ADL calls, see, you can't say certain things because the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, would call your ass anti-Semitic. So you can't say Jewish people put Israel first, because that is That's the reason why. That's the reason why now with these college campuses, you can't say they're trying to pass bills to where you can't say certain things about Jewish people, or your ass is gonna get kicked out, or your organization is gonna get disbanded. That's what they're saying. But you and it's point, and it's getting to the point to where. Now give me 1 second. Let me do this thing real quick. It's a big ass iguana, right? And it's getting to the point to where that dude look like he hates his job. Fuck him. Because you can't say Bruce Gas, what's happening? Martin King Boxing said it's all selective who is inferior or cool in America. Of course. Yeah, and it's getting to the point to where what they're deeming is anti-Semitic. See, an Arab can be anti-Semitic. Hello. Right? But now that's what they're trying to do. So you can't say the Holocaust wasn't real. You can't say that, right? You can't say that, right? Under this bill they're about to pass, right? If it passes the Senate, right? Or if it passes the House, right? But you know what you can say? You know what you can't say? Slavery wasn't real. You know what you can't say? You can say black people benefited from slavery. You know what you can do? You can't get rid of those the books that depict that slavery existed and the hardships that slaves had to go through in America. You know you can't ban those books, right? Doesn't make any sense. It's a 360. It's night and day. It's night and day. Frankly, my name is blocked. Type it doesn't mean I need an update. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Your name is blocked out. Huh. Oh, you see it? Wow, I heard Ron said, wow, I have no idea, LD. Is it blocked? Well, he reading your comment. So if when I'm done, I check it out anyways. I can see your comment, Lana D, and Ron can see it. So I'm assuming you ain't blocked. Yeah, man, it's night. That's just the way I see it. I see it as fucking night and day, man. I see this fucking night and day, and you gotta hand it to the ADL and the Jewish community, because unlike a lot of other ones, you know, folks do not stick together. Like, you know what we could be doing up over here if American people actually fucking stuck together and voted some of these motherfuckers in and voted some of these motherfuckers out. You know how we could be getting down up over here if we stuck together and actually did that, but we can't. We can't stick together on a damn abortion bill. You know, we can't get an abortion bill right. Hell, what else can we get? We can't even pass a goddamn a budget. You know what I'm saying? A budget. We got to keep extending the motherfucker. Ron said YouTube does glitch. I believe it has me unsubbed from channels I frequent. Yeah, it always been doing that. You know? What's the other thing? Yeah, and the whole anti-Semitic thing. This is just me. You know, I could be wrong. But this is just my opinion on this right here. When it comes to anti-Semitic. Semitic people can be people from Africa, Arab, and and Hebrews, right? So why is it all of a sudden that every time somebody says anti-Semitic this, anti-Semitic that, on the news, um, or yeah, in the news or in the media or on Twitter or whatever, is only synonymous is they like the meaning is has been hijacked and now it only just means Jewish. You know what I'm saying? It only means Jewish, right? It doesn't mean anything else anymore. You know what I'm saying? They switched it a long time ago and said someone who speaks Hebrew. Then they switched it to something else. But that is not what Semitic people are. Semitic people is just not somebody who speaks Hebrew, right? And then we all see what happened when them Semitic folks from Ethiopia, we all see what happened when Ethiopian folks went to Israel. We all see what happened to them women. They sterilized their ass. They sterilized their ass. They said nope, you won't be reproducing up over here. You not nope. Y'all will not be setting up shop. Y'all will not be in a heartbeat. Now this is my 3 cents. I'm just brainstorming on a lot of this shit because I find it kind of interesting how you can have organizations out there who job is to go and seek young college students, young or hungry people that might fit the look, the charisma, their political agendas and all that stuff, and put them in for office. Because if you look at it, to be a congressman or woman, or if you don't use pronouns, fuck that, congressman or woman, senator, president, or whatever, you gotta have a lot of motherfucking money. You gotta have a lot of motherfucking money. And where does this money come from? I wonder where all this money comes from. Because they got organizations out there that are funded by other countries. That puts a lot of money into these people. And you see them on TV running for president. Right? And now you see why everybody's so cozy. Because they don't do it, the money is fucking gone. The money is fucking gone. Or another thing is, if there's a couple of things, the money is gone. It could be the money is gone. It could be people in your political party will shun you. It could be maybe you possibly won't have a job. People might look at you crazy. It could be a plethora of things, but ultimately, it seems like nobody wants to revisit the history on how we got here. They want to start on a specific date. They want to start at a specific date and start from there, like they rewriting the history of how we got here with Palestine and Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's like even this year, the reports of what Israel was doing in Palestine, nobody really gave a fuck. They had a few things on the House floor, and that was it. Nothing came from it. They had a few things on the news, and people talked about it, and that was it. Nobody fucking jumped up in arms, right? Remember when that Palestinian female reporter was killed by Israeli soldiers out there? You know what the Israeli government said? We ain't doing a fucking investigation. And then they had to do one, and then they said American fucking people can't come over here and do an investigation. Right? And it wasn't like she died like in what'd you say, something that could be questionable. She was fucking shot, and this was like earlier this year or last year. Yeah. Yeah, they don't talk about that. They don't. Like, stuff's been going on for a while, back and forth, and you expect people not to be pissed off. People expect Palestinian people not to be pissed off at Israelis, and people expect Israelis not to be pissed off at Palestinians. But there is some type of indoctrination on both sides, in my opinion. Some people don't even know why they hate, why they dislike the other side, besides because what somebody told them how to think. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to know y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, and peace.